Tonight, homeowners got a chance to get some answers after last week's devastating explosion damaged hundreds of homes. Grace White is live in Northwest Houston, where a town hall meeting was standing room only. Grace.
City officials would not talk about this investigation, but the single biggest question we heard from residents is how do we prevent this from happening again?
In the crowded gym of a Northwest Side church, it was at times hard to hear. But by a simple show of hands, you can see almost the entire room was directly affected by the explosion. New aerials from Air 11 show the blast site at Watson Grinding and Manufacturing, where 2 workers were killed, and the investigation into the cause is still ongoing.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Teresa Dillard says she can't even live in her house.
A lot of cracks, broken glass, water main busted.
And she's not alone. We met homeowners forced out by the blast and others who were still at home but without walls and windows.
I knew the company's there. I didn't know they had those kind of explosives.
And the frustration that at this meeting, at least, there were more introductions than answers.
Everybody came here tonight, well, a lot of people came here tonight anticipating to have their questions answered. And we spent 3/4 of the time doing introductions.
But Councilmember Amy Peck says she's working to get people connected with resources that can help.
I think that there are a lot of things that we can do on the city level and the state and federal level to at least understand what some of these warehouses are storing.
Dillard's family, though, is homeless and wondering how long it will take or if life will ever be the same.
You know, you hear about it, but until you go through it yourself, you just, you can't imagine.
Multiple families have now joined a class action lawsuit against Watson Grinding and Manufacturing. We also know 450 structures have some kind of damage. And tonight, if you're looking for help, city leaders say the best number to call is 311. Lynn and Mia.
They have a long way to go. We wish them the best. Thank you.